the mountains, because as you become also a seeker, you realize you have to bring something to the world. The world is in need of a great healing and love, right? First ourselves, then our close family members, and then the world. The world is messed up, and it needs a lot of love.
That's me and Luis have it a lot, but the world needs. We don't know about you. No, Luis.
Knowledge? What?
You said that world needs love, and say we
Yes.
have it a lot, like me, and I'm sure about Luis.
Yeah.
That she also has it.
That's why we come together.
Yeah,
There's no coincidences, only synchronicities.
Yeah, at the same time, I think the whole idea of what is love is really the question. That's certainly one that I've explored, in the past years, of what really is love. It's not like, cozy, lovey-dovey necessarily. It can be very, very fierce, and it can be things that our program is telling us, no, that's not love, that you have to put up with everything or whatever it is. So that to me is a whole exploration unto itself, is really what is love. But that's probably a topic for another time.
No. This is the topic of this time itself, because here we are creating a video book. Just to you are the first time, so I just let you introduce. Namaste, Pavel.
Namaste. Okay.
So we are creating a video book, a guidebook for seekers or people on the path or in meditation, like taking meditation as a main point of view. And so we keep on moving in this series, and we thought to include the individual's point of view, their stories, their journey, their experiences, what they have been through in their lifetime. And at the same time, we are following a classical text to support our flow, is Patanjali Yoga Sutra, in which he has a portion, one by fourth part is called sadhana, like penance on the path. And he has his own instructions how one should proceed and how willfully a man can carve his destiny to enlightenment. Very simple way. You can put it in that way. Carving your path to enlightenment means creating your own destiny. And he is giving you, supporting you through a methodology. So we keep that as a classical text to support our talk, whatsoever we are going. So we keep a track and our individual experiences. And one more book we bring in this of radical Indian incarnation, Lord Krishna. So, and his point of view and his, what is meditation, who is yogi, what is sannyas, and what his point of view, and one classical ascetic point of view from Patanjali Yoga Sutra. And for sure, like you coming up with your own stories and experiences, what you think is your goal and how you are achieving successful. In that, Pavel is Dr. Pavel from Cyprus. Luis is from USA. So in that course, we come up and we keep on moving person by person. At the same time, I'm with the flow. And Pavel asked 3 questions last time, no? In which one I had answered, and 2 is what is the difference between fruits of action and achievement of the goal? It's a point of view, is a classical point of view he's bringing. And what is the source of doubt in the mind and suffering of unknown future? And Luis is bringing a point of view, love. Like for her, is if you ask, you want enlightenment, samadhi, kavalya, nirvana, or love? So if you are going to tell Louis anything, she will choose love. It doesn't matter what else, no? So no thinking, no choice. The destiny is already made, choice has been made. So you cannot sell anything else. And I'm going to sell Patanjali to Louis, no? Today.
And you're good at that. I remember very well. Just so Pavel and Kalinath know, I've known this wonderful man since 2013 is when I ended up in wherever the heck it was, Bagsunag.
Dharamshala, yeah.
Yeah, Dharamsala area. Yeah. Anyway, but it's been quite a journey since then, during that time and since then.
So yes, so I'm coming up to the second questions, fruits of action and achievement of the goal. No? So fruits of action, usually we believe that if I am doing good to you, some good should return to me. Usually. But if it will be the case, every wife and husband will be happy. No? It's very, very true. Like if you're talking about love, then we talked about a relationship. And we cannot escape a relationship about lovers and husband and wife. And a meditator cannot escape from this situation either, being a lover or a husband or a wife. So what is the fruits of action here? Or in any case, I'm just giving a critical example of fruits of action in love. We usually believe that what law of karma, that if I am doing something good will return to me. If I'm loving to you, love will return to me. But what happens that in relationship or in deep relationship, which is the part of our life, everyone has to go through, it starts to become different. No? What? I was thinking about it, and I was watching one movie. From that, also, I got this insight in psychology. In psychology, it is that if I love you, if I see a moon, oh, so beautiful, or something very nice experience happening to me, if I love you, then our first desire will be that if you can also see, no? Sharing anything which you experience. If you love someone, you want that another should also experience the same. Like that's how we say it's love and caring in action. Like I'm happy just watching the sunrise. So I would like that to whom I love, I would like that person should also see this sunrise and become happy. No? In this way, so same happens if you love someone and you get hurt by the person in accidentally, unconsciously. Then you experienced, because you love the person, you also want the person to experience the same pain. It's the same logic. It's the same patterns. It's the same expression of love. Because you love the person, you want the person to experience what you experience as a joy. And because you love the person, you want the person to experience the pain you felt. So you want make other person feel the same you are feeling. That is the expression of love. And if you don't love someone, you don't care about it. You don't give a thought to it, what other person should feel. What other person should feel, we think only when we love the person. So this is the law behind fruits of actions. Your question is, what is fruit of action? So this is fruit of action. Everyone wants someone else to make person feel something, so that you can feel empathy, you can feel a oneness, you can feel a communication, a synchronicity, a joy. Positive or negative doesn't matter. In love, both are there. That's what I was listening to Louis when Louis was expressing about love. No, Louis?
Yes. You know, it's interesting that you're saying that, because when I was briefly mentioning that my exploration of late is what really is love, is I haven't thought of it on an individual level so much because of not being in a particular one-on-one relationship amorously. But of course, we're in all kinds of relationships with family and such. But the idea of I think what I have experienced over the years is the degree of programming that we have within us that makes us feel that love is a certain way. So we get disappointed when it doesn't show up in that way. And then we are actually comparing to some idea that we have of what love is supposed to be. Does that make sense? You know,
Yeah.
so just to explore, well, where can I let go of any idea of how it's supposed to be and allow love to be love? Because it really isn't cozy and everything is okay and I love you no matter what or anything. So I personally have been attempting to let go of preconceived notions about anything, but about this idea of love. And one of the tough ones for me is, what is fierce love? What does it mean to love another? Like, say they're being abusive or they're being mean or whatever, isn't about, oh well, you know, I'm really enlightened and I think that that's okay and everything is fine, you know, and I'm more advanced than they are and they're just in their whatever, is not not love necessarily. So there's a lot to explore in this, but it's like another one of those things that we live our life according to some idea, just like enlightenment. What the heck is that? And I certainly have spent, you know, many years of my life on that seeking enlightenment path. So I'll stop there for now.
Okay. So here I am back again. Hello, Malavika. You know, Malavika has started this radio book, the guidebooks to the seekers. She came up with her story, the first. It's all recorded, and in one link, you can read all since beginning till now. So yes, here I am coming to the Pavel questions. He's asking fruits of action and achievement of goal. So fruits of action, you see, is very unpredictable because each one has a different meaning. No? We think it's a law that if you do good, good will return to you. But definition of good is different to every person. No? If I am very good to you, I give you chocolate. No? Maybe you don't need it. But this is my definition. If I feel good, I give chocolate to people. Whether you like it or don't like it. But you don't like it and so your reaction will be different. So fruits of actions are very unpredictable in concrete. Any result in the world follows only two laws: desire if you do something, action is for sure you have to have a desire, will. Then you take the action, and the knowledge comes later. First you have the desire, then comes the knowledge of this action. You jump into action, knowledge comes. Or knowledge comes and you act. But desire has to be first. And even in love, no? In love, we get desire. What? Desire to be understood, desire to understand, desire to eliminate all the distance, desire to become one. It's a desire which causes us to move in love. Otherwise, there will be no movement in love. Love is there. Action comes. But action primarily demands a desire, a will to give it impetus, the force, the very initial movement. No? That's what we say, that this initial impetus, this movement you are putting, initial will, which will bring an action. So according to law, it should come back to the same source and feed it back. So if you are acting out of love, a desire, but the love will come back. If you are acting out of a desire of oneness with someone, it will come back to you. But in concrete figure, it will be unpredictable. But it will necessarily come back to the same source. Like even if you desire to make somebody else feel pain, the impetus, there is love. Otherwise, there will be no connection even to make somebody feel or not feel something. So it will necessarily come back to love, to the point of love. And the result, the fruits of action could be unpredictable. Some other partner may respond, may react. But necessarily it will be feeding the love. And desire to feel somebody more and make the person feel more. That will be feeded. Positive or negative, doesn't matter. So the fruits of action we cannot predict in concrete form outside, in evolutionary, like outside process. But necessarily in the deep core, it's the law that operating center and operation, like the center of the action, from where action coming, it comes back to the same source. But once love is there, it becomes unpredictable because it could be a response. Somebody can come up with full anger without understanding the law. Another person can be very responsive, understanding the process of love, and understand that the person wants to feel me pain because person is in love. With this understanding, another can respond. So the fruits of actions here in this way is very unpredictable. It can be reactive and responsive. Yes, Malari.
A quick question. So it seems like when you said that somebody may be very upset with me, and that expression will come out only because there is love. If there was no love, it would be indifferent. There isn't no receiving or giving. So what I'm understanding this to mean is that the connection, whether it is because I hate something passionately, or I love something passionately, the foundation from what you're saying is both are love.
Both are love. That's what I'm saying. This is
Yeah.
the love is the essential thread which is connecting or binding any two objects or any two. If there is anything two, and if they are connected, it necessarily the thread is love. Otherwise, it will not connect, it will not relate.
Correct. So now the question is then, if I hate something passionately, love for what?
Here things I'm saying. So here, if you say that if Jesus is saying that love is God, Tantra is saying that there is a thread which is connecting, which is ananda, bliss.
Bliss, correct.
So this is the meaning here, that this thread which connects any two, doesn't matter a blade of grass, an apple, a two person, two hair, or two stone. Anything two will connect through love. This is essential, core, that is Tantra. Or you can say it anything, but this is means by love. But what we are living love is not that. We are living, that is in action. What Jesus is saying love is not in action, not in movement. It's there as a being, as a substratum, as a base of everything to relate. Is a substratum. He's talking about this substratum, this love. The word is different. Buddha came and said compassion. But here we are talking in Gita, the question coming from Lord Krishna, in movement, in action. In action, not possible without a desire. So in love, desire will give movement, life.
Thank you.
Any desire, even desire to eat the apple or desire to break the law. A desire is needed to make the initial movement. This initial desire with intention and motivation, this in India we worship as Ganpati. Ganesha is a symbolic figure. But you say forms are changing, gum, like movement. So any desire you will manifest. Second part of question, Pavel, which you have been asking, achievement of goal and fruits of actions. We are considering two things with this substratum of love. So when we come to action, in love, desire will be. To make a movement, you need a desire. Evolution. If you don't make a desire, you go involution. You will return back to this source, but without movement. You will go back where the movement started. In the beginning of creation, you will go back to that if you don't have desire. So in order to come forward to express that love, which is substratum, this myriad, samsara or maya, or the concrete world with the senses we can sense with five senses. So here it has to be dynamic, but dynamicity initially demands a desire. Achievement of goal. Yes, Pavel. Now I will coming to achievement of goal with this desire. Yes, Pavel.
And what is the source of desire?
Okay, this is more complex, but let me answer it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we need a desire to move, but in love, desire starts, and these desires can be conditioned, unconditioned. Designed, not designed. No, the desire. How I will know that you love me? If I have a condition. Desire comes. So this desire gives a shape, size, emotions, triggers fight, anger, all emotions comes with these desires. So if two persons sitting together and dropping desire, they both will merge and return back to the source of desire, which is love. And they both will disappear. The source remains. And there will be no movement in these two bodies. There will be no movement in these two persons physically. And they will return back to the source of desires, which is again the same love. You call it ananda, bliss, or you call it love, or you call it compassion. Our question answers begins achievement of goal. So suppose in this love, and you make a goal, you defined already what could be the goal in love.
Love.
How you will define that you achieve your goal in love.
Or you feel more love. You in love with love. Or
That's the thing, no? How
to be the one with the object of love. It's the one of the goal.
Howsoever, but you are defining your own goal. And you have an idea what it could be to achieve love in. This is the typical question. So fruits of action, you see, unpredictable, but necessarily it goes back to the same center. And there is love in this universe, which makes everything unpredictable. Because of this love. Otherwise, it will be easy. I slap you one, and the slap will return back to me. Simple. But because of love, it's unpredictable. It may be a flower returning to you. It may be a kiss returning to you. So it's unpredictable. Fruits of action, unpredictable, because there is operating centers. There are few people, they are operating from the center of love, consciousness. So it's unpredictable. Otherwise, it's predictable. Because in love, everybody wants other to feel the pain and pleasure, whatever. If I'm feeling whatsoever I have felt, if I love someone, I want other person to feel it. You feel more close, you feel one, you feel no distance. So achievement of goal is completely a condition. Here, the goal setting in this involution process is a pure conditioning and an obstacle. In the process of knowledge, involution process, there cannot be any goal settings. So in love, you cannot create a goal settings inside in the realm of going towards the soul. The goal settings can only be done into the world in action, in concrete form, which can be measured. Inside, there is no goal settings. And fruits of actions are unpredictable. It's a risky zone. Complete risk zone. Yes.
And now I understand why the Krishna said that don't pay attention to the fruit of action, because they are not predictable. Yes.
Inside not predictable. Outside predictable. In the world, what will be written in the books, in the history, and noted down in the world, that is predictable. That Arjuna will win, that is predictable. Inside, no. So that's why I say the involution process, we are going towards the source, the love. There is no goal settings. You cannot apply this law of achievement of goal. You cannot define in any way what could be the achievement of goal in love. Where you say, I reached love, now no more, no, I got it. You cannot pinpoint like this. So, but outside, yes, it's predictable. Outside means not inside, evolution process affecting the world, except your body. Where the limit of your physical body ends, accept that will be predictable into the world. There you can do goal settings. That if I reach to the mountain of Everest at the top and put my flag, I am successful. That's the goal setting, but in outside, not inside.
And then comes the Tantra with there is a connection between two objects, energy exchange, the attention, you pay attention, you send your love to someone, and or you return some energy. So it's the law of Tantra. Yes.
Okay, I come to that. And your third question, what is the source of doubt in the mind and suffering of unknown future? This is it. What we are talking about. In the involution process, that is the source of doubt in the mind, because fruits of actions are unpredictable. And suffering of the unknown future. Again, it is the same context. So involution process is like this, that you will have to walk, not that they will finish, they will remain, and in spite of that. In spite of them, you will make a movement. You will create desires. In spite of all of them, you will create desire. And then this desire will give you knowledge and movement. And here comes the third point of view. We discussed two points. One, going inside towards the source, soul, love, nirvana, this side. There you have noble settings, and you cannot define it. Outside, you have a goal setting. In your actions are predictable. Actions are predictable. So, from the point of view, both sides, inside and outside. Yes? That's what, like Lord Krishna also talking into that, like a total action. Or in Tantra, you follow the gradual path with the discipline and keeping the goal both sides, no, like inside and outside, double awareness or triple awareness all the time. Like you are acting, setting the goal outside, and at the same time you are setting the goal inside. Here is the goal is to remain aware. double awareness, or some people practice triple awareness. Here, only awareness is that I am. Like if act is happening, then there's an actor. Actor has to be there. So you are aware about the actor. Action, total, and this total action in devotion bringing you back knowledge. This is giving you fuel to keep on moving deeper and deeper and going more total into the action. You are aware about the actor who is acting. You are acting. You are making a movement. And this movement bringing you back what? Knowledge. To make next movements more precise, more better, more perfect. So you are going deeper into your action with this knowledge. And you are and this knowledge motivating you, giving you ananda, bliss. Again, you are becoming joyful. So an action bringing you back the joy and knowledge. So it's both way. In one way, it's determining that goal is yours. You will be 100% successful because you are exploring it, enjoying the knowledge, and it's the action itself is motivating you to act more and go deeper, and it's becoming meaningful. So you are becoming joyful, meaningful, and goal is being set to being successful. And at the same time, you are aware about the actor, the formation of the actor inside, the idea of I. So both together, you are completely enlightened into act. This is third pointing, tantra pointer. So this 3 point of view are more important. We are integrating and understanding the phenomenon. So I think our question is done.
So it's the play of intelligence.
Yeah, intelligence will be awakened. Without being awakened intelligence, you cannot keep this awareness. Like keeping the awareness means your knowledge is coming. Act is becoming meaningful, no? If from your action, a knowledge is not coming back to you, new knowledge, then action will become meaningless. You start to become frustrated. Anxiety, tension, worries will start to come. So there is always two movement. Any movement we do, any movement, doesn't matter which movement. So it's bound to bring two things in us: meaningfulness in life or meaninglessness in life. So if we are working in evolutionary process, doing our job, again, a very ordinary person, having family, children, all the problems, state, laws, government, and survival and anxiety, everything is there, then how the person will move? A person doesn't have time to go for retreat in Himalayas to be enlightened. So how? Then this Tantra point of view is coming. Keep awareness. What is the awareness? Is that I am actor. So one awareness is the actor and one on action. So with action, again, will be either or. It's a rational approach, either or, and one will be true. So either or, meaningful or meaningless, purposeful, purposeless, fruitful, fruitless, completely. And you go one side because you need meaningful, you need goal, you need money. You are not playing inside, no? You are not playing with inside, feeling of love. Here is a concrete world. It's a different thing. Here is the goal setting. So your action, if it will not bring knowledge to you back, you will start to feel meaningless. Immediately meaningless.
So the doubt
So
brings
any action, acting, desire, the desire you act, knowledge has to come back. And with this, when the knowledge will come, you will become fulfilled. And the moment you become fulfilled, you become grateful, satisfied, thankful. Emotions arises in you immediately. And this circle is your infinite loop to move on the path. This is the feeding each other. They keep, so time passes and intensity increases. Time passes and the meditator intensity is increasing. Wisdom increasing. Intensity increasing. So this is the loop, infinite loop of sadhana. Sadhak. This we call sadhana. If somebody working like this on the self is a sadhak. And this process called sadhana, tapa. This is tap. Finance. So you can be in the world and be a tapasvi, a tapi. So you can be in the world and be like a yogi and sannyas. That's the message of Lord Krishna. With this loop, this way saying it. And Patanjali is simply saying it. Go back to your source of love and source and desires dropping. Desires, only love, substratum remains. Patanjali will say only that. Jesus says love. He says only that, whatsoever. But pure wisdom, love, they are, and only that thing remains. But no movement, no action. Sense is not moving. But consciousness fully there. Here, it's in movement. In the world, and still, what person, according to Patanjali, person will experience at the bottom, the substratum of this universe, that things. And here in movement also you will experience the same. And this in movement is considered greater, given more importance in tantric aspect. More value to it. Rather than only retiring and going alone to the path. Here, you are coming back with the world. You are interacting in a very ordinary life. And this is considered greater if you can keep that. Bring your action into this loop. So it feeds back to knowledge. The moment it feels like you do something and you learned it. The moment you learn, you feel with joy. You feel satisfied, joy, and you start to live your emotions. You will energy. So you start to live that emotion. So gratefulness, thankfulness, openness, lovingness, satisfaction, all arises at the same time. When this arises, and it feeds back to more energy. So you give more energy to keep awareness. You know the path. This path is not like somewhere, not like driving. We have an idea, linear path. Here path is intensity. Intensity, Here path means intensity, spiral. So you are moving very slow speed and a big spiral. Then a small spiral. Then speeding and spiral will be less and less. Going back to the involution process from where the universe was created. Means from where you were created to the source. That's involution. And here, evolution. And Krishna joining both together. He's combining the path together. That's Tantra. It's combining both together. It accepts all and combines both together. So at the path of evolution and involution together. So here it's not linear path, no? It's intensity, dimensional change. So you, at the one point, you keep on creating, your action will give you knowledge, knowledge will give you joy, ananda. So inside, the ananda and knowledge will keep on increasing. First round, it will take a long time to reach. And then it will become faster and faster and come to one point with full force of love, energy, one point, and dimensional change. You will enter into different dimension itself. But to enter into different dimension, we need a dot point with maximum energy. That is involution process. And here we are giving same with the action. So I am acting, becoming more knowledgeable, and feeling more grateful, more joy, more love, and keep on moving into the same groove. But I'm moving, I'm in movement. I'm making meaningful movements. And the fear. Fear is involution process because everything will be disappearing. It is called nimesha. Experience in meditation, nimesha. So everything will be disappearing, like you will be becoming nobody, nothing. And unmesha, you will be becoming everything, everybody in your movement. With your action, more you will act, more you will expand. So two different kind of experiences in meditation. Okay, so next next Friday, see you. And we can have questions before. I will keep on proceeding with classical way, and you can keep on bringing if you have any question. Otherwise, I will move forward with another concept of Gita and Patanjali. So it's your time. For 10 minutes you have to give any feedback until we see you again.
Yes, Louise.
That's what I'm feeling right now. It's been a while since I've been in the zone with you, dear one. And I think I simply want to say so many questions have been answered that have been lingering for a long time in this short period of time. And I would love to connect on a deeper level. Yeah, so clarity is definitely happening, and I really appreciate that and really appreciate you. That's what I want to say.
You're welcome, Louise. And we have recordings. You can see previous and this. So
yes, for me it's really helpful to find out a connection between love and energy, and because I remember
love
in Greek.
was brought by Louise. It was not our syllabus.
Yes, but I remember that in Greek philosophy they divided love into 9 different types of love. But when you mentioned this tantric view, it can be divided to million types of love, because love is connection between minimum 2 objects or two points, and the energy exchange. If you love or if you hate, anyway, it will be energy exchange, and it will be very powerful, and you can feel love to anything, even apple or person or baby or country or universe. So if you feel connection, that's and feel energy exchange, so you feel love. So for me, it's very, very, very interesting. Thank you very much.
Can I say something as well? I was
Bobby was here. Bobby here, but you
yeah,
switch off your
yes.
mobile. So can
Yeah,
you?
I was listening to everything. I
Okay.
appreciate making clearest between, feeling anxious and you made clear actually for me the point to be aware about feeling anxious and frustrated, because action requires knowledge, you said, right? And this is the point. Actually, I'm remembering myself. When I feel frustrated, you feel misunderstood, you feel that something is missing. I guess this point is knowledge. So when you don't get back whatever you give, maybe the energy or whatever, like knowledge you give, the energy you give, the emotions, the feelings you give, when you don't get it back, of course you feel frustrated. And another question arises, like, but for the next time.
Can we see you? Yeah, no. You are. Okay, see you, Bobby, next time, but write the questions before. That's better. Rather than bringing it spontaneously in the middle, we have only 1 hour. So better to write it and then other person become
No,
interested.
this is for the next time. Yeah, you made it clear.
Please write to me so I can post it.
Okay.
Next time we will
I
change.
will. Okay.
Yes,
thank you so much,
Luis.
One of the really profound clarifications for me, and I think this may be shared on the spiritual path, is when you talk about evolution and involution, is I thought for a long time that the spiritual path was just involution. So even though I might have started my journey in life with, evolving and getting involved in learning and, being in a career or all that sort of thing, my motivation, my love was to be, zero, to be nothing, to be one with all. So then I moved into denying life, denying that part of action, denying evolution, and to stop everything, which is not necessarily a natural thing. It's like, so it was very uneven, if you will. There wasn't the both. It was like I was rejecting evolution and just focusing on involution. And I think this is one of the great misunderstandings of the spiritual path. So it's like a great awareness right now of this. And I think of all the people that have been like me that think involution is really the path. It's not. So thank you. I hope that made sense.
Yeah, it's making sense, Luis. Yeah. And this is one of the purpose for me here, to this classical misunderstandings of the people or which a meditator suffers. Very simple misunderstandings, and you lost your 12 years of life. Yeah, a little misunderstanding here means a lot, 10 years, 20 years. And that deviation. And so why? So one of the purpose here to resolve this kind of issues and misunderstanding and conflict from the mind of the people, meditators, so they can easily proceed. Yeah. Yes, Marvin?
Yes, it's funny, it just makes me smile deeply and laugh really inside. This whole talk is really abstract, and quite complex. And the fact that, as Luis says, I think it's it's presented in that way because we live so much, like if you look at the ordinary man who is doing the involution, right? And we spend so much time not doing the involution that when we start doing it, we have to bring a lot of intensity, so it's like also Krishnaji just said, the spiral, you know, and it's like first right, then left. It's like the contrast, and you can see how this contrast is in everything, even in nature. You know, you see the flowers is the green, and usually it's opposite colors. And when you see life, it's always contrast. To try to bring that awareness, you know, in everything that we do, we always get the duality, right? And it makes me smile, you know, because I always laugh, you know, and sometimes I can even laugh a little bit hysterically, because you realize that this frustration and the doubt is what makes you mature. I was joking the last time I put the suffering is the currency of enlightenment. The same thing we're trying to get rid of is actually what's making us enlightened. And as you actually grow more spiritual, you realize that who's suffering? The character will suffer, because the consciousness is never suffering. But you realize, at least that's my experience, every year is tougher. I become stronger every year, but every year is also tougher, you know. I get more challenges. And I don't know, it just makes me, it snaps my mind sometimes, you know, and I find that hilarious.
See?
The same struggles that we find ourselves in are, yeah, they're what we're looking for. We're looking for to struggle.
Yeah. So, okay, thank you very much. Now, only one person. Kalinath, if you want to say something, we have also Kalinath. If you want to say something, otherwise we say goodbye and thanks for coming. Kalinath is a Aghori. No, but now you call he. And I think, so we say goodbye and namaste and see you next time. Bring more friends and have fun and great understanding.
Bye, Krishna.
Bye-bye now.
And also, yeah,
Okay.
and I'm starting a new course with Pavel tomorrow, 10 o'clock, 10 IST, 10 a.m.
Put the link on the chat, please.
Spiritual dimensions of sound and mantras. Bye.